Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Spooky Sunday video. So I checked my email and I have so many stories from you guys on there that I didn't realise how many was actually there. I'm really sorry if you can hear noise outside. It's like the middle of the day in a city, so you'll probably hear cars going past and stuff. But as soon as I seen how many was there, I was like, okay, I need to film a video and get your stories out there for all of us to listen to. So that's what we are doing today. I wish I could show you my outfit because it's so cute. So I've got like this shirt on and then a waistcoat, not a waistcoat, what's this called? A corset top. And then it goes into this skirt. Guys, it's so cute. I'm gonna do like outfit videos and stuff on TikTok. So if you're interested in the stuff that I wear, go follow me on there. There's also other stuff on there like vlogs and I guess my followers' aesthetics, loads of other fun stuff. So if you want to go follow me on there, it's just khlo.co and it's all linked in the description. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's get on into today's video and I hope you all like it. Okay, so I've got so many, so I'm gonna do this first one and it's from someone called Charlotte Skinner. And it says, spooky story. Hiya, this is my submission for one of the creepy stories. We live a really crazy life and everyone thinks we're haunted. So if you're not comfortable reading this one, as this one's about S-Walkers, I have another one. I'm dyslexic, so I'm really sorry for any grammar or spelling errors. So this happened when I was on my horse. We were riding through this like old forest and there was this old abandoned house. My mom's friend lives near it as it's quite a desolate place to live, and as I was riding through this forest I heard someone yelling my name. So I thought it was my friend's mom, but it wasn't, and I was like looking around and saw this really pale tall dude. So I was freaking out, and just as I was thinking about going faster, my horse bolted off and I was just galloping really fast away. And then there was this smallish wooden gate and he didn't slow down to let me undo the gate, so he jumped over it and kept on running, and that was completely out of nature as he would normally refuse and turn around, but he didn't. And I spoke to my friends about this and they said he sounded like he was an S-Walker, and ever since then I've thought about it. Let's just talk about that before we move on to the next story that they've sent me. What the heck, I am so glad that your horse was there, because imagine if the horse wasn't there and you were walking, because horses can move way faster. Also, I'm glad it reacted like that. Like you said though, it was out of character, so maybe it was an S-Walker, or it could have just been like some really creepy dude being a weirdo. Either way, I'm glad you got away and that you're okay. The second one happened when I was younger. We used to live in this city called Hampshire in the UK before we moved to the countryside, and my mom said our older house always felt haunted, and because of that she never felt safe by herself. And my dad had a full-time job and an emergency job where he would wake up and transport hearts at 3 in the morning. So whenever he left, she heard tapping and laughing, and it wasn't me or my siblings. So she got a priest to come and exorcise the house. The next day it burnt down. The fire, people say, was wires, but there was no problem with them as we kind of got them checked before we bought the house, and we bought it half a year ago at the time. And whenever we mention it, something of ours gets set alight. And when I was in year 5, we were talking about Greek gods and I made a joke about them not liking our family, and then our car sets on fire. So this one is kind of creepy. What the frick? What the actual frick? Does anybody know what that could be? Because that sounds way more powerful than a ghost. Can demons do that, you guys? Can they set things on fire? We need some answers. Okay, so we'll move on to the next person's stories, and this is from someone named Tim Morris, and it says, hi, enjoy your videos. That S-Walker video where the police pick one up and everyone was afraid of it, that's what an S-Walker really looks like. I myself live on the Navajo reservation and had an experience of being visited by one. This was about 20 years ago. My sister and I were talking about them one day, and at around 3 AM that same night I was suddenly awakened to the sound of something quickly running up to my window and banging on it, and then running off into the distance just as quickly. Then after, my whole body started shaking violently. My sister told me she woke up at the same time to something scratching at her window. We've never talked about them since. So far, people are saying those words on YouTube vids through my phone hasn't attracted one. Here's a video of someone's experiences with one you might like. I'm sure your viewers would like to see it too. It's just corpse husband narrating the person's experience with animation for visuals. I will save the video for when we do like creepy video reactions. So thank you so much, Tim, for the story and the video. Also, thank you to Charlotte for her story as well, but I will save the video for when we do a reacting to scary videos video. But before we move on to the next one, let's talk about Tim's story a little bit. Maybe it was an S-Walker. I always worry about that as well, whether watching videos of someone saying the name would attract them, or even me just watching videos of them always worries me about attracting them, or maybe not them necessarily, but bad spirits in general. So I kind of get that. But the fact that you lived in the Navajo reservation, and I have learned from some of you guys in the comments that that's where they are predominantly at, kind of gives me a little bit of the creeps, but I'm just glad that you're okay. My makeup and stuff is really bad today, guys. Look at this bronzer. It's just, maybe we should hide that. I don't know how to hide it though, because I'll be looking weird today. It's because my tan's all come off, so I'm all like pale and my bronzer's too dark, and I feel like that's really off-putting. Oh, I don't know. Okay, the next one. This one has no name, but it says, on January 15th, 2022, me and my family went to a trip to Tennessee to see some snow. During the car ride, when we were almost there, my stepbrother and his dad said the cursed name in the sentence. We're probably going to see when. Oh, so it's the other name for an S-walker, which I've heard from you guys in the comments that it's way worse to say the W word than the S word, so kind of scared that they actually said it. Then a few minutes later after that, I kept seeing shadows of random things, and even my stepbrother saw it too. First day of the trip, in our cabin that we rented, it started snowing. My stepbrother went outside around 1 AM, and this morning he said he felt uneasy outside. This is the second day of our trip, and I've been hearing cats meowing like they're in pain ever since. Wait, so did you email me this while you were on the trip? That is crazy. It's kind of good though, because I feel like sometimes if you'd have gone home, you would have forgot the details. So emailing me as soon as it happened is good, because you get all the details in that you might have forgotten. But oh my god, as if you emailed me from your trip where the occurrences are still happening. So they're still happening whilst you're telling me the story. That is terrifying. The next one is from someone called Isabella, and it says, "Hi, my name is Isabella. This was about 3 years ago while I was 12. I used to have a really weird neighbour, and her daughters were about my age. One was called Rosie and the other was Madeline. One day, I found animal footprints turning into human footprints. I was curious and searched the web, but I found nothing. A day later, Rosie ran into the woods and she went missing. We would always look for her but found nothing. They said she was dead. After that, the family next door never went outside again. Until 4 months later, we saw a figure outside of my window. It ran faster than any human. I told my parents, and everyone told me I was crazy. Let's say 1 year later, my dog was brutally murdered outside. We never knew what it was, but me and my family all saw him weeks later trying to get in. My dad was about to grab his gun. We never let it in. Even present, we still see figures outside at night. We don't let any of my younger siblings outside anymore because of these. We used to see Madeline put food near the woods and start crying in the windows. Guys, that's really sad. Like, S-walkers aside, that's really sad that a young girl went missing in the woods. And also, after a young girl went missing in the woods, if you tell people that someone is outside of your window, they should be way more concerned, because let's just say this was a human and they kidnapped her, and then there's someone standing outside of your window. You should be worried in case it is somebody that's like a serial kidnapper or a serial killer. We don't know, because we don't know what happened to her, but I feel like people should have been way more concerned about it. Like, S-walker creepy videos aside, it's a little bit concerning that they weren't, but I'm just glad you're okay. It is really sad that she was never found, and I hope one day her family get the answers that they deserve and they find her, hopefully alive, fingers crossed. But in terms of the dog, that's terrifying, you guys. The fact that your dog died and then it showed up, it gives me S-walker vibes. Can that happen though with S-walkers? I didn't know if someone died, they could turn up as a deceased person. So if anybody knows anything about that, comment in the comments down below and let us know, because I would love to know the answer to that. Okay, this is the last one I'm going to do in this video, and then I will just film more videos so that we can get all the stories from my email. I just heard a noise and I'm scared. Anyway, let's just swiftly move on. This one is from Blueberry Shortcake, and it says glitch in the Matrix story. I'd like to stay anonymous if that's okay. That is okay. Yeah, if anybody wants to send a story, you can stay anonymous, by the way, just so everyone knows. This says, this story isn't too spooky, but I'd still love to tell you. Maybe a month ago, this happened outside my school. We all went out on Fridays, and me and my other 3 friends went far out into the field closer to the woods where we always go. While walking, we saw a lot of trash that wasn't always there before. It confused us because most of the trash was mostly soda cans, which we aren't allowed to have in school. We decided to blow it off as the storm the night before caused it. After a few minutes, one of my friends went off somewhere. The rest of us paid no mind to it. Another minute later, I found my friend's zipper necklace she lost 2 months ago. We spent most of the time looking for it until we gave up. I called her over and she was super confused. She assumed it would have been washed away by the rain by now. Yet, it was in perfect condition. She was very happy that we found it. and we continued to talk. My other friend was looking around the field to see if she could find anything else. She ran back over to us with my chapstick and rose earrings that I swore I'd left in my jeans pocket before I lost them a week ago, both in perfect condition as well. I thanked her for finding them, and we decided to look for more things. I never found anything other than trash. My two other friends found either silver rings or fluffy hair ties, all in perfect condition, despite the rain that had poured down. Thank you for letting me tell my spooky-ish story. Thank you for sending in your story. I loved reading it. So we're gonna kind of speak about it a little bit. Do you think it is a glitch in the Matrix, or do you think it's just a weird occurrence? I keep hearing noises and I'm really scared. Anyway, let's just stop focusing on the noises. You live with a lot of people. It could be anyone. I feel like it could have been a creepy experience before I read the bit where you found stuff that you feel like was in your pocket. Because you see that a lot with Glitch in the Matrix stories, where people have one thing and then the same thing appears again, and there's no other way for them to have two of that same thing because they didn't buy two or whatever. So maybe it could have been, but it is all strange that like people's belongings were just turning up after a storm, giving me bad vibes. But thank you everybody that sent a story in for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video here so I can film some more and read some more of your stories. Thank you to everybody that always sends in a story. I absolutely love reading them, and I love getting you involved in the creepy videos. I appreciate every single one of your stories. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to smash a massive thumbs up. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, I will see you all soon. Peace.